We're going to spend the weekend with the guys in a house in the mountain. It's going to be 6 guys and a lot of board games. It's going to be whiskey. That's the kind of weekend that we're going to have. So we'll see how it goes. First, we need a bit of context. We're spending 3 days and 2 nights chilling, drinking, and tabletop gaming. There are a lot of board games, courtesy of this man. His name is Andrew. He's like a drug dealer, except he deals in board games. We really brought too much, more than what we can realistically play. But having options is great. Welcome to BGCon 2021. The first game we started playing is Lords of Waterdeep. Set in the city of Waterdeep in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, you play as a lord vying to increase your influence over the city by recruiting adventurers to complete quests. You also have to accumulate wealth, invest in property, and deal with other potentially backstabbing lords. At its core, it's a worker placement style of game, but with an added element of card drafting. It's a fairly easy game to learn, and every playthrough is different. There's plenty of opportunity for backstabbing and scheming. Be prepared to have your best plans hindered or destroyed.
Drew is a damn bad actor.
Okay.
Really damn bad actor. He said he don't have to do, but actually he's good to do. So he's a damn bad actor lah.
What is your rebuttal?
We all loved Dune 2021, so naturally we had to play Dune Imperium. The game is a seamless blend of worker placement, deck building, and resource management. You play as leaders of the great houses and compete for influence over 4 political factions, as well as fight for territory over the planet Arrakis. If you're a fan of the movie or the books, this board game delivers fan service in droves. I played as Paul Atreides and decided to play it as close to the source material as possible. I raised a Freeman-centric army, and wouldn't you know it, actually won the match. I was so engrossed in the game I didn't manage to record a lot of footage. It's a really good game and my favorite amongst the ones we played. It's hard to find another cooperative game like Nemesis with as much cinematic flair. You play as one of 5 survivors waking up from cryosleep in a malfunctioning spaceship. You have to explore and repair the spaceship while also taking care not to alert hostile aliens. Each survivor also has their own objectives. Not all of them are good. Late into our game, as the spaceship is overrun by aliens, the fatally wounded scientist manages to make his way into the generator room. With his last breath, he activates the self-destruct. As the alarms start blaring and the room begins to shake, suddenly the alien queen, the biggest, most powerful alien, bursts through the wall, right in front of the scientist, just as he breathes his last. While this is happening, the rest of us scramble to escape. I managed to get into an escape pod, and with the rest of my crewmates screaming for me to wait for them, I launched the pod, abandoning them. My main objective was to be the sole survivor. The remaining crew were left behind with an alien queen and hordes of aliens. Against all odds, they fought their way out and left the ship in the remaining pods just as the spaceship was blowing up. The stories that came from our playthrough sound like they belonged in a blockbuster sci-fi horror film. What more needs to be said about Settlers of Catan? It's one of the world's most popular board games and for many, a gateway board game for converting non-tabletop gamers. Who hasn't played Catan at this point? It's a game that's as much about luck as it is about strategy. It's packaged as a wholesome board game everyone in the family can enjoy. But play it with close friends who are experienced with the game and you'll start to see the whole table turn into scheming bastards. While you can play the game peacefully, focusing on your own settlements and making temporary pacts with other players, the real fun is when you frustrate and screw over friends by stealing their resources and cock-blocking their tiles. I don't really like Catan, maybe because I'm bad at it, or maybe because my friends turn into bastards every time they play this game. The last game we played was Streets. You play as an investor filling new streets with unique buildings and businesses. You build streets by laying down building tiles, and every tile attracts a different kind of crowd. You score by strategically placing your tiles to create the most trendy streets and attract the most crowds. It's a pretty casual board game, and the art on the tiles look good. Each meeple is beautifully painted, but otherwise I thought that it hasn't much going for it. Gameplay wise, I prefer Carcassonne, another road laying city building type of game. Still, it's a pretty fun game if you have 30 minutes to spare. And that's that. The long weekend is over. We've already decided that this is too much fun, and we've already started planning the next one. These are the types of long weekends perfect staycations are made of. Just friends, board games, and booze.